we discussed, forward only cursor plus scrollable cursor. Okay, that. Now, so how to print every fifth record? Okay, then so declare C1 cursor scroll for select what ename from EMP. Okay, so declare the cursor, declare a variable for name, one variable name, varchar of 10. Next, but this cursor declared with scroll, that means scrollable cursor, open cursor. Then what do you want? Every fifth record. Then how to get every fifth record? Fetch relate to 5. Fetch relate to 5 from C1 into at the rate what name. First time cursor is moved to then. So first like table contains 14 rows. Okay, table contains what? 14 rows. Now initially, where is the cursor? Initially cursor is before the first row. Cursor is what? Before the first row. What the current is before the first row. Cursor is at before the first row. You say fetch relate to 5. When you fetch relate to 5, cursor is moved to what? Next fifth record. What is the next one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means cursor is moved to fifth record. And fifth record employee name is copied to this variable. Fifth record employee name is copied to this variable because what is stored in the cursor? Names. Names are stored. Then fetch statement fetches name. The name is copied to this variable. Take a loop. I'm taking a loop. While what is fetch status equals to 0 begin. What I want is I want to print what name? Print name. Fifth employee name is printed. After printing the fifth employee name, what I want is I want next fifth record, because you want every fifth record now. Again you execute what? Again execute what? Fetch relate to 5. Fetch relate to 5. Second time this fetch relate to 5 is executed. Now cursor is moved to what I said. Fetch relate to 5 means it is moved to the next fifth record from current record. From current record. What is the current record? Fifth record. So it will go to the next fifth. What is the next fifth? 1. What is the next fifth? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 10th record. Now it will fetch 10th record. Name is assigned to this variable. Condition what? True. Condition true. Then prints what? Name. Next again fetch relate to 5. Again fetch relate to 5. It is moved to the next fifth. But next fifth is there or not there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Next fifth is not there. When it is not there, then fetch is what? Fetch is unsuccessful. When fetch unsuccessful, fetch status returns -1. Condition what? False. The loop is terminated. Then what? End. And what? Close C1. Next one, deallocate C1. That's what this program prints every fifth record by using relative. Okay, So finally, actually what we are doing is accessing what row by row, accessing row by row from the table. Okay, then next. So this is, that's how to use cursor. Okay, now how to use cursor. Next. Next one. What the next topic is error handling. Error handling or exception handling. Error handling or exception handling. Okay, error handling or exception handling. Now, so in every programming language, errors are three types. There are three types of errors. One is what? Syntax errors. Next, logical errors. Next one, runtime errors. Errors are mainly three types: syntax, logical, runtime errors. Okay, then syntax, logical, runtime errors. Now, so in every programming language, there is a syntax. In every programming language, there is a syntax. You have to follow the syntax. If you don't follow the syntax rules, you'll get some errors called syntax errors. What is the syntax in? Okay, what is the syntax here? Then you see the previous example. You run this program. If you run this program, then you'll get what's it? Every fifth record. Martin Turner. Martin is fifth, Turner is 10. But there is no 15th record. Yes. So, like here, when I'm writing the first statement, I'm not writing this into. I'm not writing this into. Then what? I'm not writing the into. Then you'll get what? Incorrect syntax near at the rate name. Because you are not following the first statement syntax. What is the first statement? Fetch next from so and so into variable names. You're not following the syntax, fetch statement syntax. That's why you're getting incorrect syntax. Yes or no? Then you're getting error. What this error is called? What this error is called? Syntax error. When I'm writing this loop, I'm not giving the end. I'm just giving begin, but I'm not giving the end. What is incorrect syntax near C1? Okay, na? Because you're not following the while loop syntax. What is the loop syntax? While, begin, end. Okay, then. So every programming language, there is a syntax. You have to follow the syntax rules. If you don't follow the syntax rules, you'll get some errors called syntax errors. So first statement into, while loop, begin and end. Then every variable should be prefixed with what? At the rate. If you don't give at the rate, then what you will get? Then so you get some errors. Okay, na? Then so what this is? Syntax error, because you are not following the syntax. If for is not there when you're declaring cursor, so this for is not there, then this is also what? Incorrect syntax. Cursor declaration. When you declare the cursor, you have to follow the syntax of the cursor declaration. Okay, then. So all these errors are called what? Syntax errors. Okay, next. Suppose if logic of the program is what? Wrong. If logic of the program is what? Wrong. If logic of the program is wrong, then you'll get some errors. They're called what? Logical errors. Okay, if logic is wrong, okay, na? If logic of the program is wrong, then you'll get some errors. They're called what? Logical errors. Okay, then. So, like for example, suppose you said what's that? By mistake, instead of relative, you return what's that? Absolute 5. By mistake, instead of writing relative, you return what? Absolute 5. Absolute 5 means what? Every time absolute 5 is executed, then it moves to the fifth record. So first time, what is it? Goes to the fifth record. Condition true, prints name. Again, you said absolute 5. Then it moves to fifth record only. Relative means starts from current, it will go to the next fifth. Absolute means always it is moved to the fifth record. Again, it goes to the fifth record. Condition true, prints name. Again, it goes to the fifth record. Condition true, prints name. Again, it go to the fifth record. Condition true, prints name. Okay, na? Then, so run this program. When you run this program, okay, then, so run this, like when you run this program, then what happens is this goes into infinite loop. Loop never ends. Because every time it is going to what? Fifth record. When fetch is unsuccessful, loop terminates. But always fetch is what? Successful. So then it goes into infinite loop. Loop never ends. Okay, na? What this is? What this is called? This is called what? Logical error. This is called logical error because logic is wrong. Instead of giving relative 5, by mistake you given absolute 5. Syntax is okay, but logic is wrong. But you will not get any error. But you will not get incorrect. You'll get incorrect output, not expected output. What is the expected output? Every fifth row. Okay, na? But you are not getting the expected output. You'll get some incorrect output. So what this is called? Logical error. Logic of the program is what? Wrong. Then. So I want to cancel the query execution. Okay, na? Program execution. Because it is going into infinite loop now. So cancel the execution. Now you see that. See what it is printing is always printing what's it? You see that. What it is printing is printing what? Mark. Only fifth record. Yes or no? Then you will not get expected output. You'll get what's it? Incorrect output. Understood? So this type of errors are called logical errors. Logical errors. Okay, then. So next. And here errors that are raised during the program execution are called runtime errors. Errors that are raised during program execution are called runtime errors. Means, okay, na? Means example, errors that are raised during program execution are called runtime errors. Example, declare taking a variable x what? Tiny int. Set x equals to, what is the tiny int range? 0 to 255. But the value assigned to x is what? 1000. It is exceeding tiny int range or not? Yes. So then what this statement gives? This statement gives what? Error. But what that error is called? This is not syntax error. This is not logical error. This is what? Runtime error. Because when you get this error, you'll get this error when the statement is executed. You'll get these errors when statements are what? Executed. Okay, na? Then at the time of execution of the program, you'll get these errors. So these errors are called runtime errors. Now let's see here. So arithmetic overflow for error for data type tiny int. Okay, you're getting some error. What this error is called? This error is called runtime error. Errors that are raised during program execution. Like for example, this is A, next one B. I'm taking one variable B, then taking a variable B, taking a variable C, and A equals to, suppose what, variable A equals to 10, set at the rate B equals to 20, set at the rate C equals to A by B. Print C. Print C. Okay, na? So then how much it prints? Like 20 by 10 something. 20 by 10. Then what it prints is 2. Okay, na? So then printing 2. But suppose B value is 0. B value is 0. C equal to A by B. 20 by 0. Something by 0 is what? Something by 0. Infinity in mathematics, but something by 0 is error in programming languages. So this causes one C, 20 by 0. So what this statement causes? Runtime error. Divide by 0 error. What this error is called? Runtime error. Okay, na? Then errors that are raised during program execution. So when you are getting this error, when this statement is executed, you are getting this error. So these type of errors are called runtime errors. Okay, then syntax errors cannot be handled. Logical errors cannot be handled. Only which errors can be handled? Runtime errors. You can't handle the syntax error. Syntax error cannot be handled means if syntax is wrong, then just go and change the syntax. Into is missing, add into. For is missing, add for. End is missing, add end. Okay. When syntax is wrong, you go to the program, change the syntax. You cannot handle the syntax errors. And we cannot handle what? Logical errors. If logic of the program is wrong, then if logic is wrong, then what? Like a logic of the program is wrong. You'll get some error, but you cannot handle that error. Then go to the program, change the logic. Okay, na? By mistake, you give an absolute. So just change it to relative. So if logic of the program is wrong, then you'll get some errors, but you cannot handle that error. So then go to the program, change the logic. Go to the program, change the syntax. Which errors can be handled? Only runtime errors can be handled. Okay, we can handle only runtime errors. Okay, na? Then. So now first I'll give the definition, but I'll give the definition for this. I'm not going to give the definition of syntax and logical. Okay, then. So what is this? Errors that are raised during program execution are called what? Runtime errors. So errors that are raised during program execution are called runtime errors. Okay. Example, declare at the raise x, then a int set x equals to 1000. What this statement causes? The statement causes what? Runtime error. So that are raised during program execution are called runtime errors. Then if any statement causes runtime error, then if any statement causes runtime error, then what happens? Okay, na? If any statement causes runtime error, what happens? If statement causes runtime error, then if statement causes runtime error, the statement is causing runtime error. What happens? See, what happens is, like Oracle SQL Server is showing what? SQL Server showing the message, error message. When this statement is causing runtime error bars, SQL Server is showing what? Error message. Okay, na? Then, and it is showing the message, and program execution is continued or not continued. Huh? It is showing the error message, but program execution is continued or not continued. Let's see, continued or not continued. This print statement is executed or not executed, we'll see. Initialize this C to 10, suppose. Initialize this C to what's at 10. So this statement causes runtime error. Next, we'll see whether this statement is executed or not. See that. So it is showing the error message and it is printing the C value. What is the initial value of the C? 10. It is printing 10 or not? Yes. That means program execution is continued or not continued? Continued. But it is invalid. Yes or no? Sir, if this statement, sir, here fourth statement is causing error means fifth statement is also incorrect. Understood or not? Then, sir, fourth statement is invalid. Fourth statement is causing the error means fifth statement is also invalid. Next statements are also invalid. Okay. Then, so here what's happening? If any statement causes runtime error, SQL Server is showing the error message and continue the program execution. Sir, okay, na? Understood? Showing the error message and continue the program execution. But I don't continue this actual program execution. Don't continue the actual program execution, because when this is statement is wrong, this is also wrong. Okay, na? Actually, you have to, you are what you expect. Printing the C value after dividing A with what's it? B. But it's not dividing A with B, but printing the C value. This is wrong, no? Yes or no? Okay. Then, so now, if any statement causes runtime error, then what happens? SQL Server displays what? Error message and continues what? Continues what's it? Program execution. Okay, then. But what is your requirement? Okay, what is your requirement? My requirement is then. So my requirement is then I don't want to continue the program execution. Don't continue the program execution because this statement is invalid means this is also invalid. Don't continue the program execution. That is one. And another one, I want to replay this message with my own message. This is a message generated by SQL Server, but I don't want to show this message. I want to replay this message with my own simple user-friendly message. Now this message is okay, short, but sometimes error messages are lengthy. Okay, na? Instead of showing that messages, I want to display my own simple and user-friendly message. Okay, then. So if you want to do this, what you need to do is you need to handle this runtime error. Okay, na? Then. So the statement is causing runtime error bars, but what is your requirement? My requirement is I want to stop the program execution. I don't want to continue the actual program execution, and I want to replace the system generated message with what? Our own simple and user-friendly message. So if you want to do that, then this error must be what? Handle this error. Handle this error and display your own message. Okay, then. So next, to stop actual program execution, and to replace system generated message with our own simple and what user friendly message, then to stop actual program execution and to replace system generated message with our own simple and user friendly message, then we need to handle runtime error. We need to handle the runtime error. We need to handle the runtime error. Okay. How to handle runtime error? To handle runtime error, include a block called what? Include a block called what? Try catch block. Include a block called try catch block. Okay, then up to now we written programs without try catch. Finally also there, but we don't need in your C#, there you need, because there you close connections, but it's not required here. Okay, na? Then no, that is not there. So to handle runtime errors, include a block called try catch block. But we do that in differently, not using throw statement, but we do that by using different. Okay, then so how means, like, see this, what the syntax is: begin try, next one what? Statements, what? End try. Next one begin catch, what? Statements, next what? End catch. So this is a syntax. Okay, then so in previous examples you written programs without what? Error handling. Now you're writing the programs with error handling. Okay, and what are these statements? What are these statements? In try block you write statements. What are the statements? Statements what, sir? This statements what? Causes what, sir? Runtime error. Runtime errors, or runtime errors are also called exceptions. Sorry, here runtime error means what? Exception. Exception means runtime error. Then statements causes runtime error. What is this catch block contains? Statements what? Handles runtime error. Statements causes, here the statements causes runtime error. Here the statements handles runtime error. Okay, then there are two. Next. So then, okay, then sir, in try block, if any statement causes runtime error, in try block you write there are 5 statements: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Try block contains 5 statements. Statement 3 is causing runtime error. Then what? If the statement 3 causes runtime error, control is transferred to what? Catch block, and execute the statements in what? Catch block. See, listen, in try block there are 5 statements. Statement 3 is causing runtime error. If the statement 3 causes runtime error, control is transferred to what? Catch block, and execute the statements in what? Catch block. Okay, then. So then what? If any statement in try block, if any statement in try block, okay, na? If any statement in try block causes runtime error, then control is transferred to what? Control is transferred to what? Catch block, and executes the statements in catch block. Okay. If any statement in try block causes runtime error, then control is transferred to catch block and execute the statements in catch block. Okay, then this is about what, like, okay, then now let's see one example. Okay, then let's see one example. So then you see this. Okay, this is the actual program. Okay, now then in this, what? Tell me what do you want to do? Then so here in this example, a value is what's at 1000. What happens? A value is 1000. The statement causes what? The statement causes what's it? Runtime error. The statement causes runtime error. Yes or no? What it is showing? Arithmetic overflow. The statement is causing runtime error. Arithmetic overflow. Next one. Suppose a value is 100. Then a value is 100. B value is 0. C equal to A by B. 100 by 0. Then 100 by 0. Then this statement causes what's it? Divide by 0. Yes or no? The statement causes then error. The statement causes error. So that means in this example, chances are there for, in this example, chances are there for what? There is a chance for arithmetic overflow. Yes or no? Okay, na? There is a chance. Chances are there for arithmetic overflow. And the chances are there for what's that? Divide by 0. So A value is 100, but B value is 0. C equal to A by B, 100 by 0. So this statement causes divide by 0. So chances are there for arithmetic overflow. Chances are there for what? Divide by 0. Okay, then. So now in this case, I don't want to show these messages. I want to replace system generated message with what? Your own message. And then what you have to do? Handle the exception. SQL Server is raising the exception. Then what? Handle it. How to handle? Include what? Try catch. So like what? Begin try. Next one. Begin try. Next one what? End try. Next. Begin catch. Next one. End catch. So in catch block, what do you want to print? I want to print a simple message. Okay, na? Then what I want to print? Error. Suppose error, then something went wrong. Suppose, okay, na? Then I want to print some message. Okay, then so let's see. Now A value is what? 1000. A value is 1000. If A value is 1000, what the statement is causing? The statement is causing what? Arithmetic overflow. The statement is causing arithmetic overflow. Okay. So when the statement causes arithmetic overflow, then what happens? The statement is causing arithmetic overflow. So then what I said, if any statement causes runtime error, control is transferred to catch block. So when the statement causes error, then control is transferred to catch block and execute the statements in catch block. What is the statement in catch block? Print message. Now let me run this. So error, something went wrong. Okay, then next. Suppose a value is what? 100, b value is what? 0, and c equal to what? A by b, 100 by 0. So 100 by 0. So what is the statement causes? The statement causes what? Runtime error. When the statement causes runtime error, control is transferred to catch block and execute the statements in catch block. What it prints? Prints what's it? Error, something went wrong. Okay, then. So in both cases, it is printing the, like, not system generated message. It is printing what? Our own message. Okay, then. So this is one example how to handle what? How to handle runtime errors. Okay, then. You know, no. So in this example, chances are there for two errors. One error is arithmetic overflow. Another one, what? Divide by 0. So, okay. But if you get arithmetic overflow, a value is 1000. You'll get arithmetic overflow because a takes values between 0 to 255. But given value for a is what? 1000. So the statement causes runtime error. Then control is transferred to what? Catch block and prints what? Message. Okay. Next, suppose a value is what? 100. B value is what? 0. C equal to what? A by B. 100 by 0. Then the statement causes what? Runtime error. Control is transferred to catch block and execute the statements in what? Catch block. Okay. So in both cases, arithmetic overflow, divide by 0. In both cases, it is printing what? Same message. Error, something went wrong. If you show these messages, then users, they don't understand what exactly happened, what went wrong. Okay, no? They don't understand. Yes or no? Not you are printing a general common message. Instead of printing the common message, print related message. Related message means if it is arithmetic overflow, then print a message value exceeding data type limit, value exceeding the size. And if it is divide by 0, I want to print a message, divisor cannot be 0. So I want to print a related message, not general common message. So if you want to print a related message in catch block, what you have to check in catch block? In catch block, what you have to check? You have to check what exception is raised, what error is raised in catch block. Yes or no? In catch block, you have to check what error is raised. If raised error is arithmetic overflow, then print this message. If error is divided by 0, then print this message. So in catch block, you have to find so what error is raised, what exception is raised. Yes or no? And then for this SQL server is given some functions. Their functions are error handling functions. Okay, error handling functions. So in this, one is what? Error underscore what? Number. Next one, error underscore message. This is one. Third one, error underscore severity. Fourth one, error underscore state. Fifth one, error underscore line. So what are these? All these are what's that? Error handling functions. Okay. Okay. No? Then, so in SQL, every error has got 5 values. You take any error, the error has got 5. Just see, suppose, for example, just see this. A value is 1000. Then what? A value is what's it? 1000. A value is 1000. Then, so this causes what? Error. But there is no try catch block. That means you are not handling the error. You'll get the error or not? Yes. Now let's see here. Then it is showing arithmetic. What is 220? What is 220? Error number. What is arithmetic overflow? This whole thing is what? Error message. What is 16? Severity level. Severity level. 16 is what? Severity level. State 2. 2 is what, sir? State. And this is line number. Which line is causing the error? Line 2. Line 2 is causing the error. Yes or no? Line number. Okay, na? Then. So there are some functions. The first function returns what? Error number. If it is arithmetic overflow, suppose if arithmetic overflow, error number returns what? 220. And error message returns what? Arithmetic overflow error for data type. Error severity returns what? Severity level. What is the severity level for arithmetic overflow? 16. And state returns what? State 2. Line number returns what? Line 2. Okay, na? Here there is error at line 2. So this returns line number. Which line is causing the error? Okay, na? Then. So then this is error code, error number. This is error message. This is error severity level. This is state. This is what? Line number. Okay. Then now, but at present you leave it. Severity level, state, you leave it. We'll see. Next, suppose here, what is your requirement? Okay, na? Sir, what is this returns? This function returns what? Error number. What is this function returns? Error message. What this function returns? Returns error severity level. Severity level. Then this returns what? State. So returns state. Next one. what is this function returns? Line number. So in your program, which line is causing the error? That line number. 0 to 25. Oh, we'll see that. I'll give that. Okay, then. Okay, now, so let's go to the previous example. Okay, na? Just go to the previous example. In the previous example, what is your requirement? What is my requirement? Then, sorry, here, once again. This is the code for what? 220 is the code for arithmetic overflow. Like divide by 0, you check for divide by 0. 8134. What is the code for divide by 0? 8134. 220 is, then 8134 is divide by 0. These codes are fixed or changes from program to program. Fixed. This code's what? Fixed. Then, so now let's come to the previous example. What? Like, what is your requirement? I don't want to print this common general message. I want to print a related message. Then in catch block, you have to check which exception is raised, which error is raised. Then tell me how to check. In catch block, you have to check what error is raised. Depends on the error, print the message. Then if error underscore number. What is this function returns? Error number. If error is 220, then what do you want to print? When this condition will be true? When this condition will be true? This condition will be true if error is what, sir? 220, arithmetic overflow. If you get arithmetic overflow, then this condition will be true. And what is the message you want to print? What message you want to print? Value what? Exceeding what's that? Size. Value exceeding the size. So what the size is? 0 to 255. But this value is exceeding what's that? Size. If you enter 1000, this value exceeding the size or not? Yes. Next one. Another one. Else if. Else if what? Else if what? Error underscore number. Error underscore number equals to what? 8134. Then what the message you want to print? Divide by what? 0. Divide by 0. Divide by 0. Or print divisor cannot be what? Divisor cannot be what's that? 0. Okay, na? Print divisor cannot be 0. So error number equals to 220, value exceeding the size. Error number equals to 8134, divisor cannot be 0. That's all. Now let's see this. Suppose execute this program. Enter value for A is what? Enter value for A is what? 1000. So what the statement causes? Runtime error. The statement causes runtime error. Then control is transferred to catch block. So is error number equals to 220? Yes or no? Yes. Because what the error is? Arithmetic overflow. What the code? 220. Condition is what? True. And what is the message it prints? Value exceeding what's that? Limit or value exceeding size. Okay, na? Then next one. Suppose A value is what? 100. This is okay. B value is what? 0. And C equal to what? A by B. 100 by 0. What is the statement causes? 100 by 0. Runtime error. Runtime error. Then control is transferred to what? Catch block. Is error number equal to 220? No. Is error number equals to 8134? Yes. Then what is the message it prints? Divisor cannot be 0. You see that divisor cannot be 0. So what messages you are printing depends on what exception is what raised. Depends on the exception. You are printing what messages. Okay. Next. Now, for example, let's take one table. Then, so create table emp something. One field is empno integer primary key. Ename varchar of 10, not null. Salary, money type. Check salary should be greater than or equal to 3,000. This is the table. Okay. Then now what do you want? What I want is write a program to insert data into EMP88 table. I want to write a program to insert the data into this table. Okay. Write a program to insert data into this table. And first, so table is created. After creating the table, what do you want? I want to insert data into this table. Okay, na? To insert data, write a program. What I'm taking, what's it? 3 variables. One variable for employee number, one variable for name, one variable for salary, money type. Assign the value to employee number. How? Assign the value to this variable. What? Set at the rate ENO equals to employee number 100. Set what? Name equals to ABC. Set at the rate what? Sal equals to 3,000. Employee number equal to 100, name equal to ABC, salary equal to 1,000. Next, what? You're writing this program. What for? Inserting data into EMP88 table. Then what? Insert into EMP88 values. But the first field is employee number. Where is the employee number? At the rate EN. Where is the name? At the rate name. Where is the salary? At the rate salary. That's all. So enter values into variables. Now insert into table. Okay. So I'll run this program. Okay, run this program. Now, what it is saying, one row affected, one record is inserted. Let's try to insert another record. Employee number is 100, name is something like some name, salary is 5,000, like this. I'm inserting second row. Employee number is 100, name is KLM, salary is 5,000. Then what this gives? If this is inserted, no, because this gives error. Why? Because employee number is declared what? Primary key, but you are inserting duplicate value into primary key. Then you see this, like there is an error. 2627, error code is 2627. What is the message? Violation of primary key constraint, etc. It is showing a lengthy message. I don't want to show this message. I want to replace this message with my own simple and user-friendly message. What is the message I want to print? Employee number should not be duplicate. So that next time user will input correct employee number. I want to print a message, employee number should not be duplicate. Okay, na? Then this is one error. Next one, 101. 101 is okay. Yes, but I'm giving the name, what's that? Null. Let's run this. Then what is this is 515. Okay, what it is saying, cannot insert null into e name, etc. So I don't want to show this message. I want to print my own message. Name should not be null. Okay, then. So next, suppose then salary. Just give the salary 1,000. I'm giving the salary 1,000. But what is the salary column? Salary column is declared with what? Check constraint. But given value is what? 1,000. What is the condition? Salary should be greater than or equal to 3,000. But given salary is what? 1,000. And what this statement causes? So 547. Insert statement conflicted with what? Check constraint. 547. Primary key. What is the code? 2627. Not null. What is the code? 515. Check constraint. What is the code? 547. So I don't want to show these messages. I want to replay these messages with what? My own messages. Then what you have to do? What you have to do, sir? Handle this error. How to handle the errors? Include what? Try catch block. So begin try. What is the next here? Begin try. Next one, end try. Next, begin catch. And then what if? Handle the errors. What errors? 3. Primary key, not null, check constraint. Then if what? Error number equal to 2627, then what is the message you want to print? This error is for what? Primary key. So employee number should not be duplicate. Next one. Else if, then error underscore number equals to 515. Then I want to print a message. What is the message? Name should not be null. Name should not be null. Next one. Else if error underscore number equal to 547. Then print a message. What is the message? Salary should be greater than or equal to what? 3,000. That's all. Next what? And the catch. So in catch block, we are printing the messages depends on exception rises. If riser exception is 2627, printing this. Riser exception is 515, printing this. 547, printing this. Now test it. Now let's see. Employee number is what, sir? 100. Name is KLM. Salary is 6,000. Okay, na? Then you are trying to insert what? Duplicate value. 100 is already there. You are trying to insert duplicate value into primary key. Then what happens? What happens is exception rises. Then go to catch block. Exception is rising now. Insert statement is inserting duplicate value. Exception rises. Primary key is violated. Go to catch block. Is error number is 2627? Yes, condition true. Then what message it prints? Employee number should not be duplicate. Let me run this. See that employee number should not be duplicate. Next one. Number is 101. Okay, na? Name is null. Name is null. Then, so insert statement inserting null into ename, but ename column is declared with what? Not null. So this insert statement causes what? Exception. Because this is inserting null into ename, but ename is declared with not null. So then go to catch block. Is error number is 2627? No. Is error number equals to 515? Yes. Then what the message it prints? Name should not be null. You see that name should not be null. Next one. Suppose here, then name is something. Next one, salary 1000. Salary is what? 1000. So insert statement inserting salary 1000, but salary column is declared with what? Check constraint. So insert statement inserting salary less than 3000. So insert statement causes what? Error. Then control goes to catch block. Is error number is 2627? No. Error number is 515? No. Error number is 547? Yes. Condition true. Then prints what? Salary greater than or equals to 3000. Yes or no? Then that's all. Then okay. Then so this is like how to handle runtime errors. Okay, I given two. Previous one is, in this example, we are handling arithmetic overflow and divide by 0. In this example, we are handling primary key violated, not null violated, check constraint violated. So we are handling these three errors and printing our own messages. So to handle errors, what is required? To handle error, what is required is error code. Error code. Okay, na? So first run the program. Run the program without try catch block. First run the programs without try catch. Then you'll get the errors with code. So just see that code and handle that errors by using that code. Yes or no? First run the programs pass without try catch block and you'll get the errors. It will show the error code now. So take that error code and handle that error. Okay, then. Now, so in this in these examples, so SQL Server is raising the exception. You're handling the exception. Who is raising the exception? SQL Server. SQL Server is raising exception. You're handling the exception. By using this try catch block, by using the error number, you're handling the exception. Okay. Now, next, apart from this, we can also raise our own exception. So these are all exceptions raised by SQL Server. And we are handling the exception to print our own simple user-friendly message. Apart from that, we can also raise our own exception. Okay, then what is that is called? User-defined errors. So these are all predefined errors. Then user-defined errors. User-defined errors. What are these then? What is user-defined errors? So errors, errors defined by user. Errors raised by user. Okay, na? Apart from system-defined errors, a user can also raise his own errors. Okay, then a user can also raise his own errors. Errors raised by user are called what? User-defined errors. A user can also define his own errors. And errors raised by user are called what? User-defined errors. A user can also define his own errors, and errors raised by user are called user-defined errors. And now, when predefined errors what? When predefined errors not meeting your requirements, then you define your own errors. And these errors are must be raised by what? Okay, and these errors raised by user. Then these errors raised by user by using raise error statement. So these errors raised by user by using raise error statements. Okay, then raise error raised by user by using raise error statement. So this takes three arguments. First one is what? Error message. Next one is severity level. Next one is state. This takes three arguments: message, severity level, state. You are defining your own error. You are defining error with a message, error with severity level, error with what state. So what the first argument is? What the first argument is? Message. Second argument is what? Severity level. What is the severity level? Severity level can be 0 to 25. Severity level can be what? 0 to 25. Okay, then level can be 0 to 25. Then so in between 0 to 25, you can give any number between 0 to 25. But which number we give depends on the severity. Depends on the what? Severity of the error. If the error is more severe, then give the number close to 25. If the error is what? Severe. It's a severe error. Then give the code close to 25. If error is not severe, then give the number below 11, below 10, like that. If the error is moderate, then what? Give the number between 11 to 20. Okay, then. So which number we use depends on the severity level. Okay, then. Oh. Okay, then suppose here, sir, you want to give informational messages to the user. You want to give a message to the user. Then use the severity level what? 0 to 10. You want to give some message to the user. Then what? If it is an error now, then give 11 to 18. So if it is a fatal error, that means most severe errors, then give the number between 19 to 25. If you want to give informational messages, then give the severity level, use severity level what? 0 to 10. Next one. If it is an error, then give 11 to 18. So most severe errors, give the number 19 to 25. Okay. Now there is a call state. What the state can be? 0 to 255. State can be 0 to 255. So where it is useful? Where state is useful? Okay, now where state is useful? Okay, then. So where it is useful, like 1 second. Sir, when it is useful, state is useful, the same error is raised in what? Sir, this is your program. This is your program. You written a big program. In this program, in this location, this is one location. This is one location. In this location, you are raising the error. You are raising the error in this part. So my program contains hundreds, thousands of lines. In this part, you are raising the error. There is another part. In this part also, you are raising the same error. What you are raising? Raising what? Same error, not different error. You are raising what? Same error, like divide by 0, like divide by 0. You are raising the same error. So then that means in multiple locations, what? In multiple, what's it? In multiple locations, you are raising what? Same error in multiple locations. Then, but here, okay, which part of the program is causing that error? How do you find out? Sir, suppose here error is raised bars. When error is raised, then it will show the error message. No, it will show the error message. But I want to find out which part of the program is causing that error. But error is same error, not a different error. So the same error is raised in what? Multiple locations. You want to find out which part of the program is causing that error. For this, here give state number 1, here give state number 2. Here give the state number what, sir? 1. Here give the state number 2. So by using the state number, you can identify which part of the program is causing the error. In the output, if we say state is 2, that means we'll understand that. So that error is raised in this part, in this location. Now, if state number is 1, then you'll understand that. So the exception is raised in this part. Okay. Then, so this is how the state is what? Useful. When it is useful, the same error is raised in multiple locations. So by using this state number, we can identify which part of the program is causing the error. Understood? Then, so when it is useful, if same error is raised in multiple locations, if same error is raised in multiple locations, by using state, we can identify which part of the program is causing the error. Okay. No. So like just see this here, like why we raise our own errors. Okay, na? Why we raise what's it? Our own errors. Okay, why you raise your own errors? Like suppose see this, for example, okay, na? 1 second. You see this in this example. What in this example? Okay, then what we are doing in this example. So if a user try to divide the number with what's it? 0, one exception is raised, printing the message. Yes. If user arithmetic overflow, then printing the message. Yes or no? But here there is a rule. What the rule is? You should not divide the number with 0 and you should not divide the number with 1. You should not divide the number with what's it? 0 and you should not divide the number with what? 1. If you try to divide a number with 0, then SQL Server raises exception. Yes or no? If you try to divide a number with 0, SQL Server raises what? Exception. SQL Server raises exception. Then you are going to catch block and printing the message. Yes or no? But what is my requirement is you are not supposed to divide the number with 0 and you are not supposed to divide the number with what's it? 1. But if you try to divide the number with 0, SQL Server raises exception. But if you try to divide the number with 1, is SQL Server raises exception? No. Because according to SQL Server, dividing the number with 1 is what? Valid. According to SQL Server, dividing number with 0 is not valid, but dividing number with 1 is valid or not? Yes. But according to my requirements, dividing number with 1 is not valid. It is invalid. It is illegal. If user is trying to divide the number with 1, I want to stop. Understood? If user is trying to divide the number with 1, I want to stop. I want to stop the program execution. Then what? Sorry. when you are performing any illegal operation, SQL Server is raising the error. No. Similarly, when user is trying to divide the number with 1, according to my requirements, dividing number with 1 is illegal. I want to stop it. Then what? You raise your own exception. You raise your own exception, because SQL Server, it will not raise. Dividing number with 1, according to SQL Server, it is valid. But according to my requirements, it is invalid. I want to stop it. Then what? You raise exception. When user is trying to divide the number with 1, you raise exception. How to raise exception? By using what? Raise statement. By using this raise statement. Okay. Then you have to write if C, if what? B value, dividing the number with what? 1. If B equals to 1, then what? If B equals to 1, then what? Raise error. If B value is 1, raise error. Understood? Okay. So we'll see that in the next class.